Hi guys, so this is going to be part 2 of fixed bayonets. If you haven't watched part 1, I did 3 US rifles and 2 British rifles. And this go around, this part 2, I've got 2 Japanese, I've got 1 German, and 2 Russian. So it's going to be 5 rifles again, just like the first video. And like I said, I just wanted to put this video together just to kind of show you guys, you know, the different styles of bayonets that were made by different countries, the different lengths and patterns and everything. As far as what I have. And what I didn't mention on the first video is I do have a Krag rifle. It's model 1896. It was made in 1898. I did not include that in the first video with the other US rifles because I don't have a bayonet for it yet. And so hopefully I'll get one before long and be able to show you guys that in another video, you know, how the bayonet looks attached to a Krag rifle. So that's why it wasn't in the first video. But anyways, 5 more rifles here. I'm really excited to show you some of the variations, I guess. There was more variation as far as, you know, design and length and everything in the first video compared to these, but I wanted to go ahead and show you some other countries' bayonets mounted onto the corresponding rifles as well. So I'm going to bring you in closer and show you what I got here. Alright, so here they are, and like I mentioned in the first video, I kind of wiped them all down with some Remington oil wipes. That's why they're a little bit shiny right now, but just kind of wipe them down, and I touched on you definitely need to maintain and do basic maintenance, cleaning, give these rifles, old war horses, some TLC. You got to take care of these things. Don't just let them sit in a gun safe or sit around rusting and going to waste. But anyways, these top 2 rifles here, I've got a Type 99 Japanese Arisaka, and I've got a Type 38 Arisaka. It's a carbine, and they both use the same bayonet, which this top bayonet here, I think I've got 5 Type 30 bayonets, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the best one as far as the look of the blade. See, this one's got some pitting and different discoloration, but anyways, see, they got the long blades there. Like I said, I mentioned in the first video that, you know, because of the Geneva Convention, the Geneva Accord and everything, they wanted the bayonet shortened because they thought it was inhumane. So a lot of countries would shorten the bayonets from around 16 inches down to maybe around 9 or 10-ish or so, or even maybe smaller. But I just want to show you guys these 2 rifles. And check this out. Look, I'm going to line these up here to where they're about even on the ends and show you the difference in the length between the carbine and the Type 99. You see, there's a difference of, if I had to guess, I'd say probably around 6 inches or so, the ends of the rifles. And you see the bayonets there also, probably around about 5 to 6 inches there. But these are great rifles to shoot. It's just unfortunate those you Arisaka guys out there know that the ammo, the 7.7 and the 6.5 ammo is very expensive. That's why a lot of guys are going to reloading. But anyways, that's my Arisakas there, Type 30 bayonets. Right here I've got my K98 German Mauser. This one was made in 1941, and it's actually a Russian capture. That's why it's got this ugly finish on it. I would like to have an original finished K98, but I know they're going way up there in price, so maybe I'll get lucky one day, we'll see. But I'm still grateful to own a German Mauser, 1941. Now this bayonet, just like in the first video with my M1917, you know, my model of 1917, the bayonet would had problems kind of sliding down, and I didn't want to force it, and I'm not going to do the same thing with this, but need a little bit of work, maybe some light sanding or something, and definitely some lubrication to get the bayonet to slide into place, but I don't want to force it in there right now. But this bayonet, I mean, it's kind of rough. The blade's not too terribly bad. See, it's got a crack in the hand guards there, I mean the hand grips, and some pitting and stuff. But I mean, I got this bayonet, I think it was like $30 or $35, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And I have the scabbard for it also. So this is obviously a blade bayonet, just like the Arisaka bayonets there. Moving on here, I've got a Russian. This is a 9130. You know, it's the full length rifle, and this one was made in 1942. And you can see it's got the spike bayonet on there. It's got the 4 sides, what they call it, the cruciform. I know there's a rare British bayonet cruciform one that they didn't make just a ton of. It's got the 4 sides to it and everything. But you see, it's got the really long bayonet there. I definitely wouldn't want to get impaled with that thing. Lastly, I got this is my 1946. This is my M44. I have an M38 also, but you know, the M44 had the attached bayonet, whereas the M38 had the detached, just like the 9130s are detached. But I got this extended out. Basically the same bayonet as the 9130, just a little bit shorter. And let me show you this. I'm going to butt these ends up here to where they're about flush with each other and show you the difference in the length of the rifles. See, this one comes to a stop right here, and then that one is here. So there's about again, maybe 6 or 7 inch difference roughly in the length of the rifles. And then you see the bayonets here. I'll line them up round about even. There's there's not just a whole lot of difference in the length on the bayonet. There might be about a 2-inch difference or so there. But anyways, just so cool to be able to own these rifles, these war horses from different countries. Most of you guys know the prices of milsurps are going very high. Just really with anything, you know, German helmets, metals, just all kind of stuff. Just everything is getting super expensive, ammo and everything. I'm just thankful. You know, I got into collecting these rifles back in 2010, so I've been in it for about 9 years as far as the rifle part, because, you know, I started collecting other things first before I was, I guess, financially able to start picking up a rifle here and there. But, you know, things have just greatly gone up in price. You know, whenever I first started, and I know 20, 30 years ago it was a completely different ball game then also. So I would say whenever you can get a good milsurp for a really good price, I mean, you better jump on it. You know what I mean? If you can get a Mosin Nagant for under $300, if you can get one for $150, $200, you better jump on it. Really, for any milsurp for that matter, especially the bolt action rifles, if you can get any of them for under $300, you need to go ahead and get on it, especially if it's something you've been wanting for a long time. It'll fill a void in your collection. I mean, I would go ahead and pick it up if you're financially able to. I mean, just the deals are still out there. You just got to be the right place, the right time. But they're getting to be few and far between. So I just want to encourage you guys to have your eyes open, pay attention, you know, study up on these different things, because you don't want to overpay for something. But if you can pick something up for a reasonable price nowadays, or even a really good deal, then I would go ahead and do it if you want to get into collecting or keep collecting, because, you know, it's just really hard. You know, I think about my kids. I've got two girls and a boy. My youngest daughter, she likes to shoot. My son does. My oldest daughter doesn't, which that's fine. But at least she's tried it some. But you know, if they wanted to start collecting guns, that's if. I don't know if they would, but if. I mean, it was very hard. And obviously, if something happens to me, you know, my family would inherit the stuff anyways. But so just keep your eyes open. Don't give up. There's deals out there, but you got to get out there, get your name out there, what you're looking for, and actively be out there picking for this stuff. But anyways, I'm going to shut up now. Please watch part 1 if you haven't already. I'm grateful to have been able to make these 2 videos. It's been a while since I've made a video like this. I'm trying to get to where I don't just make any video. I try to make them informative, like whether it's identifying. I just did identifying field jackets. I've done canteens, ammo boxes, you know, World War II helmets, just different things, heat stamps, and giving tips and everything. So please keep watching, keep encouraging me. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and more videos are on the way. So thank you.